Following the inspiration of Pope Francis, in the face of this drama of millions of people who are forced to leave their lands because of war and violence, our common response has reached around 54,000 people in the first year of conflict in Ukraine, providing them with emergency and humanitarian aid, but also long-term shelter, psychological support, education, employment training, and integration. Since the beginning of the crisis, the humanitarian and international cooperation organizations of the Society of Jesus have been in contact with the Jesuit network in order to coordinate a humanitarian emergency. In July last year, after an in-depth needs assessment, we presented a coordinated, unified response from the Society of Jesus, the One Proposal. Through this initiative, JRS and SJ Network, which coordinate the global response from the Society of Jesus, will accompany, serve and advocate for more than 73,000 refugees fleeing conflict in Ukraine over the course of 3 years. This response will be coordinated by JRS Europe and implemented jointly with 23 JRS country offices, the Society of Jesus in Europe, local civil society, NGOs, and of course, SJ Network. The Jesuit response to the Ukrainian emergency continues with the coordinated work of multiple countries and organizations. We are responding in Ukraine, but also in Poland, Romania, Hungary, Moldova, and Slovakia. And in a second line, responses are being organized in many of our JRS offices around Europe. There is a leadership team that has led the common response from the outset. In addition, there are now international working teams for program management, fundraising, security, communication, and advocacy. Coordination with other civil society groups and organizations and governments has been present from the beginning. The global program, titled One Proposal, encompasses 5 dimensions. To welcome, ensure refugees are welcome across Europe by accompanying them and listening to their stories, and by walking together without prejudice and without fear. To protect, defend the rights of displaced people, ensuring their fundamental freedoms and respecting their dignity. To promote, safeguard the individual and social conditions for asset choice, growth, and human development for those displaced by the conflict by encouraging programs which involve refugees as active protagonists. To integrate, foment social interaction, inclusion, and integration, aiming to reduce economic and social marginalization and support more cohesive, inclusive, and robust society. And finally, institutional strengthening. Scale up our strength, capacities, and networks to provide a large-scale, high-quality response to the needs of refugees. It is really moving and encouraging to hear the testimonies of so many refugees with whom we work and who express their pain and concern, but also their hope. Olena, an Ukrainian woman who arrived in Romania with her 7-year-old daughter, had to leave her son, who at 18 years old of age could not leave the country. She suffered from this separation and did not know what to do. Indeed, so many women have had to leave behind son, husband, and fathers. Olena was referred to JRS, and after getting a place to live, she now offers art therapy for Ukrainian children. Without this, she said, I would not know what to do with my life in a new country. Helping children is my life now. It makes me feel alive. It is a privilege being able to count on the continued solidarity of so many generous people foundations, and other organizations who trust in the work of the Society of Jesus. We still need your support. On behalf of all the people who serve, many thanks, and may God bless you all.